Ready? We jumped out to a good lead and we made some shots early, but I'll tell you what, I'm really pleased with our effort today. I feel like we were pretty locked in, and the reason that I'm pleased with it, because that team right there, I mean, they're 1-7 now or something like that. That's the spiritedest bunch as you're going to have that you're going to play against. I mean, their spirits were they were trying to get the last stop of the game down 20. I mean, there was no quit in them, and I thought we turned it over a little bit too much, but part of that's their pressure and their type of team. They got a pretty good team. I think they're banged up. We've been banged up all week. At one point, we were down to 7, and so I was never thought I'd be so happy to have 9 on the roster in a practice day in my life. So I'm really pleased with today's effort.
Defensively, I mean, you guys played a hell of a game across the board, interior and outside. What was it that went so well for you guys?
I think it's our focus. I mean, we're as good as our emotions are. When our emotions are rampant, then we get a little rampant, and it's been the most challenging season I've had dealing with that. And I've been a head coach now. This is my 9th year. My 9th year as a head coach, and it's been really, really challenging that way. But we finished up finals. We've gotten almost all the grades back. I think we've got only 1 F on our roster so far, and I don't anticipate maybe 1 more. We've got a couple of D's, and everything else is C and above. So, I mean, what's there to complain about? Happy holidays, and hopefully we can come back tomorrow. Tomorrow's team, Maine, Fort Kent, if you look on their schedule, they hadn't lost a game. I don't think their schedule is completely accurate, but I'm fine that you look on there and they hadn't lost a game. They scored over 100, and I mean, they score that thing. They're going to spread you out. If you don't have good ball pressure, they're going to skip it and shoot it. And if you do have good ball pressure, they're going to try and drive it. And if we're focused, I think we'll be okay. But like I said, this has been the most challenging season I've had with dealing with that, so we'll have to wait and see. I'll tell you tomorrow after the game.
Keon, for you guys, how easier does it make it now that finals are done and you guys can focus on nothing but basketball and worry just about that and getting ready for the next game?
Go ahead, Kate. Oh. Well, it's just like with school, you gotta be like yesterday. I went out and I was like, oh, it feels so good to like not have a Sunday assignment. I had a Sunday assignment all the semester. And when I mean out, I meant to the store.
I understand.
And and you're more relaxed. I get to rest more instead of just like focusing on school. It's just playing.
Good girls, man. They're good girls.
I think it was. Go ahead, Sean.
It's okay. I'm more relaxed. Go ahead, Greg.
About you. You sure you want me to ask it? No, she gets called for a walk and gets frustrated. I think it was late first quarter.
Smack her lips right there. I heard it.
Yeah, I expected that. But late first quarter, she gets called for a walk. You have to pull her out and calm her down. But to her credit, it didn't. Once she calmed down, she came in and scored 8 straight. Is that sort of the development of her as a player and emotionally?
I'll tell you as we go. I mean, it's a coin flip. She's as good as her emotions are. Solid. She knows that. And I got her pretty good on the bench, and she went back in, and I think she went bang, bang, right back at them. And she likes to test that line to see how much I'll give on it, and if I'll hug her or I'll spat her. And I'm more of a spatter than I am a hugger. But she's a good player. She said, we were talking about assist to turnovers, and I give Shane a hard time all the time. Kiana had 5 assists, 1 turnover. Shane had 2 assists and 5 turnovers, but I always have a lot of turnovers. Well, you're a playmaker. Playmakers do that. She's still figuring it all out, including trying to figure out how to figure her GPA. So we're teaching a lot every day right now.
How difficult is that for you as a coach, though? Because you don't want to preach keep your emotions in check because you take the edge away, and she's not as good of a player, and that diminishes her ability. So how's that been for you walking that fine line?
Toughest year I've ever had as a coach. This is the toughest year I've ever had as a coach. Dealing with, we've got really good kids, but I think kids today have a sense of entitlement somewhat. And I know every generation, kids today, well, I throw me in the mix, kids today. But they're strong-willed young women that have had success, that things don't go their way, which is why I talk to them when things don't go your way. It's just a question. It's not the whole test. When she traveled in the first half, that was just one question. I'm not sure if she traveled or not. It doesn't matter. I don't get to make that decision. Neither does she. All we can do is control our toughness, our bounce back. And that's what we continue to preach with these kids, or I say kids, young women, to help them be stronger. That has nothing to do with basketball at all. But there's a fine line. Toughest year I've ever had. Have I said that?
For Sheik and Ashley, the experience that they've gained during this non-conference portion, how crucial is that? I know you all have had injuries, but especially the way that Sheik's come on over the last couple of games. How big is that moving forward into conference play after the new year?
You know, we'll wait to see. I think that the experience is invaluable. But hopefully it pays off. You know, I think you can tell that they're coming on and they're getting a little bit more comfortable, and that's the hope, because we're relying on them. I mean, they're vital minutes. You know, they're not just minutes; they're vital minutes, and they've helped us win games. You know, we win as a team, lose as a team, so they've been a part of winning efforts and losing efforts both. But that's part of the growth, and that's part of what we do.
I feel like Longwood was a good test just because you all did jump out. I think it went to 21 after she scored 8 straight to start the quarter, but their energy level, you could see you all sag off a little bit, and they tested you there. Is that good?
I think it was great for us. I'm telling you, that team is spirited, man. And I like that for us today. Now I like that we were able to handle it, but just aside from the result, what we had to face today, we didn't really face that like that. The last time we did, it was Prairie View A&M, and they sent us on our way. But that's a tough team right there, tougher than their record shows. But records are so funny, man. They got to play so many money games. You know, you can't look into all record. You know how I feel about record. But just look at who they've played. You know, I mean, for us they played West Virginia. West Virginia's number 14 in the country, and they're 6'4", 6'4". I've seen that. You know, and it's so funny with young people. That'll shake your confidence too, and the coach actually mentioned that before. You know, we're just trying to keep their heads up, and I said, listen, I can totally relate, because I enjoy the scheduling part of it as much as anything. And but he's got a spirited bunch for sure.
Any questions for Ms. Gore? Start bringing one player, guys.